are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. First carry for Najee Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So they have nothing on that. It'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time he had a guy average about 40 points a game. And he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
Off the play fake. Oliver on the move to his left. From the left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
As general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And I think this is what we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. But go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Shotgun now from Murray. And he'll find Hall. Pitch and catch that good for 13. That's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. fullback try and push the pile. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down.
Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
This is caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Najee Harris
with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time.
And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So a sensational return there on special teams. A foot race that he was not going to lose. But now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game lose.
And it's intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here in a tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
To throw, it's Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just do something with that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs.
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun to about the 26 here. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Murray.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Harris diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Houston set to take over.
That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off play action. Oliver steps away. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Down from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Panther 11. Heavy Lions. Heavy Ranger.
Back to throw. Oliver. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Make that now 2 completions for him on this drive. And these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can lead to even more big points.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Oliver. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
No, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tipped.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Murray now on 1st down. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Trying to get on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that this is the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Murray again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line of the game. 3rd down pickup of 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 2nd of this 1st half, as he'll try again on 1st down here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Murray going to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Now Murray off play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 114 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves them with a 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. As they run the counter play. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's a big Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but he's playing really well.
So we reach halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Caught at the 26.
So here are the Texans to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Oliver. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, this is, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Touchdown! A great play there. 48 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Defense forcing plays, getting takeaways, but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Hall.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. And the throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Najee Harris.
A 23-yard run.
And the Colts get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now out comes Houston.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Oliver. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Oliver going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Right back to him on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Oliver. The 20. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Now we get into the psychology of the game, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
With a 1-yard gain there, make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Oliver. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that, because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Oliver. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that, and guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. It's brought in by Harris. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Najee Harris, 51 yards. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing to start the drive. Oliver. Oh, he's got him in wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
There comes this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one. Maybe that was a touchdown. Incompletions on the first 2 throws. Has a bit of up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get the momentum going again.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Murray, eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Kyler Murray, 15 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
How about this aggressive approach? Get the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Colts pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the... Oh, no, he lost the football. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll split the ball at the 47-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go. I'm looking at the poor defenses. By back-to-back possessions, the ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly. And you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing, sudden change, get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Oliver rolling to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oliver. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just got aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Murray now to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
8 yards to go on second down.
Here's Murray. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
The offense on third down line. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall.
And he is going to have a Colts first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a Najee Harris touchdown.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Texans are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. They had designs of kind of living their way back into this one. That hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Oliver. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And oh, he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Let me go.
On 4th down, Oliver. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes.
Touchdown, Texans! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 24. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, Gardner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
But he's got his target, Harris. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mark Andrews, 35 yards.
And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than 1 play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Looking to throw. Oliver flushed out right.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but